Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to do an update on my Urban Worm Bag version 1.0, or the first version of this bag. And this is where the bottom section is not as nice as the new one. There's no drawstring, there's no opening, there's no internal flaps inside to kind of hold the moisture and stuff away from the zipper. But it's been a workhorse in my basement here. Typically it goes through a ton of food on a weekly basis, and I did have the fruit fly issue in there as well. I had stopped feeding it for a while. I added food not too long ago. It looks like there might be one or two fruit flies in there, which means that there probably will be more. I still have some of the mitigation techniques that I'm using as far as a container, that the fruit fly container that I created that actually will allow them to go in with the apple cider vinegar, and then I am adding food to it. I've only seen a couple though, and I'm hoping to kind of keep this one running because I'm running out of space to store all the compost, or all the food I need to compost, I should say. My freezer is really stocked, and I really need to start moving through it, and I'm not moving through it fast enough with my other systems. So this one needs to get up and moving again, and I did feed it last time. It looks like the food might be gone, I'm hoping, and it's going to need another large feeding. So let's go and take a look, and that way you can see what's going on with this and see how well these bag systems can work with the amount of food you can throw in them. Similar to as I showed with my 35-gallon trash can bin that I have, it can really churn through a lot of food. They have a lot of surface area, and the worms can really move around freely. They can move away from the food if it's too cold or too hot and move right back to it. And because of these systems, they work really well. So this one I've had going for years now without any issues whatsoever, except for fruit flies every once in a while. It's never died off or anything like that, and it just always seems to just churn through food. So let's go and take a look. All right, so here's the bag version 1. Let's unzip this here. Hopefully we don't have any fruit flies come out, but we'll see. Either way, as I said, I have to kind of keep this going. A little bit of moisture on the lid from the last feeding. That's really okay. I'm just going to move that out of the way. You can see I've got my container in here that has my apple cider vinegar. I'm not seeing any fruit flies fly out this time. I'm not seeing any on the container right now. There's plenty in here though. Can't see it through the cloudy side here, and there's cardboard on the side there, but there are some dead ones in here that I can see. So I'm going to move those off to the side for now. And my last feeding was just right over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this over. Oh, actually you can see there's a banana peel over here, so there's still some food in here probably. Actually, let's just check over here real quick. Let's just dig up in this section right here and just see how this looks. So as you can see, some cloth, but you can see there's nice healthy worms there too. So a lot of healthy worms on there, which is good. Feels a little warm actually. I don't have my temperature gauge down here, but something tells me that this feels a little bit warmer too. So I'm wondering if it's kind of hot composting a little bit in here. Let's just take a look a little bit deeper. A lot of cardboard in here, just like my other systems. This is the one that I threw in a ton of cardboard to try to bury these fruit flies in. Look at that though. Nice big handful of worms. Plenty healthy. These are the red wigglers, so they're a little smaller than the normal European night crawlers in my version 2 system that I have. But they look nice and healthy. So I think we're going to be good here with food. We could definitely add some more. Looks like, I don't know what that is. It looks like, oh, this is a piece of my shirt here. The label's dissolving away slowly off the shirt. They're eating the shirt away, and that's the plastic pieces on it. I'm going to leave that in there for now since the worms are all over it, and we'll just let them deal with that. So, all right, now let's go over here. This should be a nice dry section, which it does look like there's no worms on here, so that's a good sign. By the way, if you see any fruit flies in the video, just let me know. I might miss them as I'm digging through here. I can't see everything, and there's some kind of weird shadows. Actually, it looks like one right there maybe, but maybe not. Down here at the bottom, you can see nice, healthy, organic compost down there. It looks really good. But now it's time to start adding in some material. So we're going to really dig this out over here because I've got a lot of material to add. It's all frozen. Actually, there's a little bit of food over there, and got these little roly-poly bugs. I don't know what those are actually called, but I see those quite frequently in my systems now after I brought them in from outside at some point. So we're going to really kind of dig this out here because this is going to be a massive feeding here. I've got a massive container of food. I really need to start moving through this food, as I said, so we're going to put in a lot. I think that's good. And let me bring over this food here. All right. So massive container of food. We're adding all of this. So it's frozen right now. Lots of coffee grounds in here, which is perfectly fine. Just made a mess, but that's okay. Some avocado, banana, as you can see, banana, apple, coffee grounds, broccoli, more coffee grounds. So it's a huge chunk of frozen food. We're going to bury it in there like that. I'm going to break it apart just a little bit where I can, just to kind of spread it around a little bit. As I said, this is going to sit in here for a while. It's not going to go through this probably in a week. The worms quite aren't up to where they used to be, where I used to throw in something like this, and within a week and a half it was gone easily. There would be nothing left except for these banana stems. These always seem to take a little longer, but so, all right, so there we go. There's a nice big feeding there. And now what we're going to do, let's just make sure we throw in all these pieces over there. There's a couple of them I dropped off to the side. We, of course, need to add some of our crushed egg and crab shell, which I'm going to add a lot because we do want that grit in here. So I'm going to add this entire container. I'm not really going to add any moisture. I think the moisture content in here is going to be pretty fine, but at least from the sprayer. Now we're going to really cover this up here. This is going to shrink down quite a bit as it keeps going. Now, last part of this, and I'm going to add in my water with the BTI mix that I had, and I'm going to pour on that very generously over the top. And then I'm actually going to get another one. Now, I don't expect this to stop the fruit flies, if there are any in here. As I said, I think I saw one or two, but I do expect it to stop any fungus gnats from taking hold, which is what I'm really hoping, because I saw some of those in my other bins. So that's that. I'm going to add this container right back in. I'm just going to put it right here next to the side here. Actually, I'm going to move that down just a little bit so it's a little higher. But this allows the fruit flies somewhere to go where they can smell something that's good, hopefully go to that and die instead of flying around in here and mating. So we'll see if that continues to work, but that's my update for this urban worm bag version 1.0. I don't know when the next update will be. I'm not going to update this one on a cycle similar to my other ones. This, as I said, is my workhorse of a system, and you know, I have to make sure I keep this one going to make sure I'm not backed up with food. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions about this system or how long I've had it going, I could try to figure out that. I mean, I think it's been at least 3 or 4 years now at this point that this has been going like this. So it's been a really great system. I work a lot of clothes through it and things like that. And if you're looking to buy one of these urban worm bags, check the link down below in the description. So thank you for watching.